Alright guys, it's been 2 weeks now since I've started to try and see my account from drawdown, and it's actually been like it's been full of trials and tribulation. The market have showed me shaggy. The market have showed me shaggy. It's like a lot have happened in the past 2 weeks, but for people that really just want to jump into the conclusion of this video just to know whether I'm able to get myself out of drawdown or maybe I blown the account, I'm gonna give you a short answer. But before I do that, let me talk about this. I believe like right now there's always a point where you just find yourself in a loop of invisible growth. There is this growth whereby you don't even know it's happening, like it happens behind the curtain, but the more you keep going, the more the growth keep piling, you just find yourself becoming a better person. So I just want to put that out there for people that really want to know the meaning, like the reason why I said that you should wait to the end of the video to find that out. So for people that want to know whether I'm able to pass the account or I just blow it, so I'm able to get out of drawdown or I've blown the account. The short answer is the short answer to the question if I'm able to get out of drawdown is no. I'm still in drawdown. And for people that want to know if I've blown the account, no, I have not. So basically, the account is currently sitting at 5,598, I believe. Let me check. Let me confirm that right now. But I believe I'm at 5,589. So what it is? Yeah, 5,598.55, which is practically saying I'm still sitting at 5,600. I started this account 5,620 or 630 something last 2 weeks, and since then I've been going back and forth between those figures, 5,005 something, 5,006 something. So basically I've been in break even all this while for the past 2 weeks. I have not blown the account and nor have I really do anything serious with it. All right, so let's see what has happened in this week so far. Like this week I think I took 5 trades or so. I'm not sure, but I take lesser trades, that's for sure, than last week. Last week trade was crazy, guys. I was just buying, selling, and from all the zones that I was finding out. And if you stick to the end of this video, you actually see what I did differently that makes this week trade lesser, and I was able to actually end this week in some profit, a little bit of profits unlike last week. So let's just jump right into that. Let me show you that real quick. So this week should be, let me go to Monday 16th, and today is Friday 20th. So let's see. So as you can see, this week is quite clean. Just 5 trades, like 5 trades. One trade on Monday, which was a loss. On Tuesday, actually I have more story to it. I'm going to come back and talk about that because Tuesday could have been a best week, like a best day for the week. Like Tuesday could have really turned around things for me, but I let a lot of things get in the way. And funny enough, these are the things I usually preach, like don't close your trade too early, learn to lose, be the best loser, which are quite great things, as the saying goes, the best loser wins, especially in this trading environment and all that. If you can know to lose, you're most likely gonna win. But it's not that easy, bro. Even though I preach this on my channel, I talk about it, I try to remind myself, most time I still fall for it, and I just, my mind gets in the way and I just close straight. But that's coming later in this video. You're gonna see, I'm going to be showing you guys why Tuesday could have been the best trade day for this week. So Tuesday I took 2 trades, and Wednesday I took 1 trade loss, and I just exit the market because I wasn't really seeing what I was looking for in the market during that time on Wednesday. And Thursday I took another trade which could have actually been a 1 to 5 also, but what happened on Tuesday also happens on Wednesday to me, and I just closed this at 1 to 3. So as you can see, this week just 5 trades. So let's check last week, which was it's just all over the place. It's just all over the place, man. It's just all over the place. So that will be 9th until 6th Friday. And what's happening? Oh shit, that should be 13. Yeah, that should be 13. So let's see, and as you can see guys, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I ended last week with negative $63, and if I should count the number of trades I took, is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. So I took 14 trades last week from Monday till Friday. Let me see how many trades I took per day. On Monday I took 1 2 3 4 5 trades, bro. Tuesday I took 1 2 3 trades, makes 8. Wednesday I took 1 2 3 trades. Thursday I had 1 trade, and Friday I had 2 trades. And out of all these trading days, it's only on the 10th and on the 11th that I had just 2 winning trades out of 14 losing trades. That's crazy if you think about it. That's crazy. So I took 14 trades, I had 2 wins, and I ended the week in negative $63. And this week I was able to make some of those back, and that's what actually propels the account back to the current figure that we currently have, which is 5,598. So that's been crazy. That's why I'm down 20 something dollars from when I started. So it's 5,598, basically 5,600. So during these 2 weeks, it's been, I don't know how to put it, but I've learned a lot. In simple terms, I've learned a lot. And what I learned during the first week was what I implemented in the second week, that allows me to take lesser trades. And even though I could have made better decisions on this week, but I did not. But then I believe this week also taught me things that I'm going to be implementing in the coming week. So now what I'm battling with currently is trying to have this free mind, be the best user. Just don't try and save my trades, don't try and play safe. So let me show you guys what happens on what's it called, what happens on Tuesday this week that could have actually make the whole difference for this week. Okay, so let's talk about the trade, and the trade that I took that could have been a very good trade, and what I learned in it. So the week ended, the trade happens on Monday, not Tuesday though. The week ended, and as an SNR trader, I think the week has not really given any bullish storyline starting. It's last give a bearish storyline, but then the week has started to break structures, but we've not really had any weekly reject weekly or whatnot. So I think I'm using Saxo. Yes, Saxo. So what I was looking for was, I was marking all my weekly zones that markets could eventually come back to. I believe that was what I did. So I had a lot of weekly zones. I had these weekly zones. I had these weekly zones. I had weekly zones was almost everywhere. So I had all these weekly zones. Market was here on Monday. So let's go back to the daily and go to, this is Friday. Then I'll go to, I could also mark my dailies. So before the weeklies, these are the daily that I have, but I don't think I was looking at the dailies. I was looking at the weeklies or something. I was looking at the weekly, I believe. I can't really remember, but let me just show you guys what happens that day. I was looking at these weeklies. These weeklies can also be refined down to daily. So since we have weeklies down here, I won't even be expecting all this daily to hold, but these are the zones we can expect some rejection or reaction from. All right, so also pullback, because why? On a weekly bullish storyline, daily would be an obstacle, right? So I have all these zones and all that. Then let's drop to 4 hours and let's play it forward. This was Friday and this is Sunday. I'm looking for Monday right here. So how I took this trade was that in a daily bullish storyline or weekly bullish, in a daily bullish storyline, 4 hours is going to be obstacles. So right now we know daily is bullish and weekly is bullish. For weekly bullish storyline, daily is going to be the obstacle that we can use as a counter trend. So the day is currently bullish at this point. So I was looking for 4 hours as a counter trend, and this was Monday, Asia 3, and the next one will be 7, right? This was 7. So at 7, the next candle is going to open by 11. So at 7, market actually give this 4 hours open close OCH OCL, OCC, whatever they call it, man. So market give this open close zone. So I had it marked that okay, this is a zone that will be interested in taking a sell from, as daily is in a bullish storyline and a new 4 hours resistance has been created. So what did I do? I think I dropped to my 1 hour and I marked all the section timing that I'm looking to trade from. London has already played out, so we had New York coming up, at this time. So we had these two zones, and this was the weekly. This was a weekly zone. If I refine it, I could refine it to like this. I mean, this was a 4 hours. I could refine it to like this 1 hour. And then if I drop to my 15 minutes to see what was happening, we had a break of this low. All this liquidity was created. This was never mitigated, which means it can still be mitigated. So I had this zone marked out up to this 1 hour point, right? I had this marked out of this 1 hour point, and I have all of this as my liquidity. That market will run it and will move. And then I have my section timing. And the last thing that actually I use as confluence was a break and retest trend line. And if you notice, during the last week, I wasn't using anything as confluence, just more than the 15 minutes structure, liquidity, and POI, what's not. So I add this, and then I set my entry. I think I use another break on retest trend line, but then I add something like this. I set my entry around there using 5 to something like this, and I think that was it. I can't really remember. And my target, my first target was I think was on a 4 hours zone. Was a 4 hours? Yeah. My first target was here initially, and then my overall target was I think the daily or maybe the weekly or something. I think the daily or so. But my first target was this 4 hours zone, because there was nothing that could hold price here. So that was the plan for the day. And let me play it forward. Let's see how the market eventually played out. You can see what happened that day. You see, market taps right in, taps right at the trend line itself. You see, I think I entered right on the 4 hours. Yes, right on the 4 hours line, which was this. I entered right on the 4 hours line. So, but eventually, because market was rejecting these lows, it was rejecting these lows, I closed it, I think just around there, and few minutes after, it fell right into the into this 4 hour zone. Then it tapped into the daily zone, then it's rejected. I think it falls even more to the downside after that, but that could have been a very nice trade. And instead of holding that to like 1 to 13 or 15 or what's not that the market did, I ended up closing it at a 1 to 1.5 or whatnot. So that was actually painful. I think there was also one that same Monday on USD JPY. There was a sell. There was a sell on 4 hours or so. I don't want to talk about that, but then I believe you understand what I mean here. So this takes us back to what I was actually trying to tell you guys at the beginning of the video, that if you stick to the end of this video, you are going to be learning that. So the first thing I learned in the first week was that I wasn't actually using anything as confluence for my trades. I was just trading, right? I was just doing that, just trading. So I was not using anything as confluence. So the second week, before the second week, during the weekend, I actually go back to class to, look at what was I missing and why was it that I took 14 trades and I only have 2 wins. That was so bad, man. So I started back testing again and forward testing, and I see that I was actually not using anything as confluence during those last week. I was just like, I find my zone, I find that okay, market is bullish, and then I find where I could be buying from. But one thing with this SNR thing is you might have more than 5 zones. You can see in this example that I showed, you might have more than 5 zones, 6 zones, and you don't know which one is actually going to move the market to like taking out the next structural high. But what usually happens is that those zones usually just give reaction. You can get a 1 to 5 reaction, a 1 to 3 reaction from it. If you trade from it, or it can eventually just fail. So that's one thing I find. So To now play it into your own like to add additional confluence to make it make sense in the way that you can trade during time there's going to be high volatility, and you can trade where there is a trend line aligning. And that's what happened on that first Monday, coming out with the knowledge that I've learned. So the trade plays out around, I think around 12, which was London low, New York low, and it hits the trend line, break and latest trend line, and it moves like it was, but I did not allow it to play out. So that was another lesson learned. There have been other lessons that I learned during that week, which I'm gonna be talking about during this week, which I'm gonna be talking about them at the end of the next week. But one thing I want to try and do next week is actually an opposite of what I've been doing before, and that will be to actually blow the account, not to save the account, like to blow the account. But I will do it by following every rules, right? By using every confluence. If the confluence does not align, no trade. If I don't know what to do in the market, no trade. But in as much as I know, or I find something that looks interesting, that feels right and aligns with everything that I needed, I'm trading that day and I'm risking regardless. Just let it play out, SL or TP. No break even self, SL or TP. So that's the plan for coming week. Today is Friday, no trade today. This week ended in a few profit, last week ended badly, and that's the recap of the week. So that's it for this week, guys, as well. So next week the plan has changed. It's not even can I really save the account anymore. It's more like, can I really blow these accounts? Like, let's even see if I can blow it by trying. I want to try and blow it by risking. I'll be risking the normal $20 though, but then once I enter a trade, there is no managing it. Just let it play out. If I have an initial profit target, I'll just stick to it. I'm trying to blow this account, guys. So let's see how it works. I've been trying to save it for the past 2 weeks. It's not allowing me to save it. So now I want to blow it. Let's see if this reverse psychology is going to work for this. But I don't want these videos to be so long. I'll see you guys in the coming week, and I hope you enjoy this. If you do, drop a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share. And if you want to know what happens next week, make sure you subscribe to the channel, so whenever I drop the video, you are going to see. I can't wait to see what happens next week, guys. I'm just excited because I've learned a lot, right? I've learned a lot these past 2 weeks. Learning never stops because I was able to pass a challenge. That might be because I was just lucky or whatnot. Maybe the market was just cooperating during those times, and right now the market is not cooperating. So a lot of things have happened, but then I've also learned much more. And as the saying goes, a sailor doesn't learn to sail in a smooth tide. You know what I mean? See you in the next video, guys. Peace out.